the name transition back to your birth name, Joshua McGregor. What's this all about?
Yeah, that's my Christian name. But yeah. So I've been releasing music as Josh Mack for a long time, and it's actually kind of funny. I kind of got to a stage at the start of this year, and I was unemployed, and I was like, I'm gonna make some music, but I have a whole lot of Josh Mack music, in kind of the pop world that I have waiting. I've got like 10 to 20 songs waiting, and I
Whoa.
thought I can't make more songs and just add to the list of songs I haven't released. And so I kind of had this idea of what if I start a new project and do specifically Christian pop and songs that are very like pop to the core, but also are very explicitly about Jesus and unashamedly about what he's done for me, how he's working in my life, and so I'd previously released some songs collaborating with some other artists under Joshua McGregor. So I thought I'm just going to use that name and go for it.
You're like Brooke Lidgetwood, Brooke Fraser. You got these two
I
different
know,
kind of
I
personas. Are
know.
you hoping to be the next Forrest Frank? Is that the dream? Is that the target?
I mean, no, I mean, I admire Forrest Frank. I think he's awesome. But I think honestly, this project was more me making music with no expectation, with no pressure for it to be anything. Or I think sometimes when you've worked hard on a project, and I've worked for a long time and very hard on the Josh Mack project. I think it gets to a point where you have to continue the brand, and you have to specifically, the sound has to be similar. And so I think for this project, it was like I want to make music that just like excites me, and I can release it without feeling like there's a lot of pressure for it to be something. And so this project really is just like I'm making music, I'm mixing it myself, I'm not spending any money on pushing it out. I'm just releasing it because I love it, and it's just really the music that comes out of my heart. And so that's kind of what this project's all about.
I'm going to still call you Josh,
You
Joshua.
can call me Joe.
Yeah, because I love Josh. My son's name is Joshua, and I call him Joshy. So if you don't mind, I feel close to you, so I'm going to call you Joshy. But
It's actually it's the same name, so you can call me.
for some people who might be plugging in, wouldn't realize that you're a Kiwi artist who's living abroad in the United States. And can I also add, Josh, that you're one of our favorite exports, representing us over there in the big land in the United States. So congratulations on doing that. And you know what? Even more to your credit, there's no American twang, or no one that's obvious to me. So
I've
that's
been I've been working hard to keep my Kiwi accent.
keep going with that, bro. I do know though that with the transition and your wrestle with Joshua McGregor and Josh Mack, there's a line there that I've read that a couple of months ago you felt permission to give that a crack, or give it a crack to lean more into your Christian music. What did that permission look like?
Yeah, I think for me, it's funny. I always loved pop music, and so that really was what the Josh Mack project came out of. And it was kind of that a music to be in between worlds of like, this is pop and it fits comfortably in the secular pop world, but also it's not. It's still like a lot of my listeners are believers, but it was never explicitly about Jesus or things like that. And there are songs that I guess have hidden meanings and stuff like that. But that was kind of a project in between worlds. And I think also for me, in terms of the worship genre, I never found myself naturally making music that comfortably fit in the worship genre. And I never saw myself doing that. And then I actually went to a songwriting retreat with a church in the US, and I'd never done like a real worship retreat, writing worship songs. And on the retreat, we kind of accidentally wrote this pop song, and it felt so pop. It felt so new. It felt like something that I hadn't heard before in the Christian world, but it was, unashamedly about Jesus. And that was kind of the song that made me feel like, oh, could I make songs like this, And so that song actually is coming out in 3 weeks with a very talented singer called Sammy Gaya. And I'm super excited about that. And then, so after I wrote that song, the next week, I went home and thought, I'm just going to try something. And I wrote Run to You. And so that was one of the songs that really sparked like, oh, I think I can do this. And I think this can be beautiful.
Well, we're loving the new track, so we'll play that for you now. Run to You. Can you give us a lead in to it, man? What's the heart behind Run to You? And we'll play it out for everybody.
Yeah, I think honestly the heart for this song, and it kind of has ended up being the heart for this whole album that's coming out, is mostly just realizing that you are just a person that has brokenness, and we all need Jesus, and we all need someone to run to. And for me, Jesus is the one I want to run to in every situation, in the good and the bad. And so that's what the song's about.